Oh, hello and welcome from my now 143 mile old GR Yaris Sport that I picked up yesterday, 6th of January. Let me take you for a drive and give you some of my impressions of it, having now owned it for what, just over 24 hours. The first thing I noticed is the fit and finish has improved over the 2020 model. It just feels more tactile to hand. The materials feel better. I know the steering wheel's different in the GR to a standard Yaris. The materials they've used on it just feels very, very nice in your hands. It feels nice to touch. I like the perforation they've put on the steering wheel. It's different enough to feel more upmarket. You don't sit on these seats, you actually sit in them. They really, really hug you nicely. They're a really, really comfy seat. Infinitely adjustable. Steering wheel again, you've got, it's telescopic and it's also got height adjustments on it. I knew where I wanted my steering wheel from my 2020 Dynamic, so that's where it's gone back. I knew my seat settings from the Dynamic because the seats are slightly different and different design. My seating position is just slightly different. I'm actually a little bit lower now than I was in the Dynamic because of the seat. And you just feel a little bit more connected to the car. Another thing I've noticed, and it is in Toyota's advertising blurb, about the suspension being GR tuned. What the other one used to do, if I did what I've just done there and accelerate away hard from a set of traffic lights, it did what every front wheel drive car did. The front would lift, the back would dip. This doesn't dip at the back, the car stays flat. The suspension's totally tuned different. It's noticeably harder, the suspension. There's a lot less body roll than the Dynamic, and it feels more planted on the road, and I feel more confident in it. The handling is just so much better. Its performance is very, very, very smooth. It gathers pace very, very nicely. It's only going to get better as it gets more and more miles on it. This engine's still tight. It's a new engine, everything's new, so everything's still very, very tight. But my initial impressions are it's extremely well screwed together using really, really nice materials. It's a nice place to be. It's a nice car to drive. I'll run through the features I've got in the car in another video. I'm not going to do it in this. I just wanted to put some first impressions out there. As a car that you drive every day of the week, because this is my daily. 2 years down the line, this thing's going to have over 50,000 miles on it, quite easily. Because I do silly miles in a car. I don't buy cars to sit on the drive, looking smart, looking pretty, and don't use them. I buy cars to drive. And if this follows the way the last Yaris ran, my 2020 Dynamic, it's going to see action every day of the week, reliable. I can't see why it shouldn't. Because I think as the production's moved on with this Generation 4 Yaris, I think they've upped the quality, they've upped the fit and the finish, they've upped the feel of the car. The cars have just got better and better and better. I'm not knocking the early builds, they were good cars. But this feels, it's on another level. Everything about it feels nicer, expensive. Yet still, to be honest, this one's cost me 26 grand with all the extras. 26 grand's not really a lot of money for a modern car, but for a little hatchback, they've put some really nice touches into it, quality touches, and they've made it feel special. They've made the GR Sport feel like a special car. I know the performance, the engine, the transmission, everything is the same as the base model Yaris Hybrid. It's got the same performance, same top speed, same acceleration. Fuel consumption is going to be there or thereabouts. The car just feels so nice. It's got a nice tactile feel to it. I instantly knew straight away when I picked it up yesterday and I drove it home. They've retuned the electronic power steering. It sends more information through the steering wheel. You can feel more of what's going on at the front wheels. It communicates to you really, really nicely, it does. I don't know if it's a combination of the GR tuned suspension and the retuned steering, but it is noticeably more precise when you're in a corner. It's confidence inspiring. I've waited 10 months for this car. I ordered it March 2022. And my initial impression is it was well worth the 10-month wait for this car to turn up. I love the colour I've picked. I love the ash grey. I love the BITONE black roof. I love all the little touches, like the front grille's different. I like the GR badge. It just sort of says, yeah, I'm a bit of a special car. I love the rear. I love the splitter on the back. And I love the fact they've put a proper exhaust on it and not hidden it away underneath like all the other Toyota Yarises. The exhaust, you can see it. It's a nice feature on the car. But it's them, the 18-inch rims are the other really nice. The 18-inch rims with the 215 40 profile tyres, they properly fill the wheel arches up. It looks really nice, the wheels do. The one thing I am very scared of though is damaging them, because they're diamond cut alloys, and the way they've been designed, you're not going to catch a tyre on a curb. The first thing you're going to catch is the alley wheel. I'm a little bit paranoid of parking it next to curbs at the moment. I'm leaving some massive gaps until I get more used to the car. I must say it's an absolutely miserable afternoon. If you can stretch your budget to buy a GR, please don't hesitate to do it. It's a nice trim package. The car's it's just right. If you didn't know, you weren't into cars, and you didn't realise Toyota made the 2-door homologation special GR, this is special enough to stand out from a normal Yaris. Everything on it has been done to be subtly different. It's not in your face, I'm a GR Yaris. It's not got that massive square grille on the front. It's not 2-door. It's not noisy. It's subtle. If you know your Yarises, you'll instantly spot a GR. Mainly from the front grille, the rear splitter, the exhaust, the wheels, the badging. And then when you come inside, there's lots and lots of GR touches. There's GR badges all over the inside of the car. The power button says GR Sport. GR on the steering wheel. When you turn the car on in the centre display, GR. They've embroidered GR badges on the headrests on the front seats. The red stitching they've used. They've just made a really nice job of making the car special. I'm really impressed with this car. I know it's no quicker than the Dynamic, but that's not what it's about. What they've concentrated on is they've made it handle even better than the Dynamic, and the Dynamic was, of all the Yarises, the hardest sprung and the hardest damped. But even though it's so hard, it's a nice drive. It's not harsh, it's just right. They've got the tuning of the suspension right. That's how I feel about it at the moment. Them are my first impressions. I'll do a proper walk around when the weather's better. I'll show you all the features it's got. But for now, yeah, I'm totally happy, and I'm happy I spent nearly £26,000 on this car. I know it's a lot of money. I just think it's special enough to justify, with my extras, with the paint, with the roof, and with the pack I put on it, with all the safety features. I personally think The car's worth every penny. We're back home now. Well, thanks for watching another video. Hope you can glean some information out of the video of my initial thoughts of the car. I do like it. I really like it. I'm really impressed with it. So, there we go. Thanks again for watching the video. More videos to follow. Thank you very much.